Welcome to Plot 27. Ju-young is a woman with a hearing impairment. One day, she receives a call from the police informing her that her younger sister Ju-hee has been reported missing for 4 days. The two of them haven't been in touch because Ju-young has been living in a work dormitory. When she arrives at the apartment, Ju-young finds a note taped to the door that reads, "Please, be quiet. I can't live like this." She's confused, especially since Ju-hee had installed soundproofing. Ju-young remembers when they first moved into the apartment, Ju-hee often complained about strange noises coming from the floor between units. Sensing something isn't right, Ju-young goes to see Ju-hee's boyfriend, Ki-hoon. It turns out Ju-hee had told him about the strange noises too, but he never heard anything. That night, Ju-young finds something unusual on the apartment floor. A man from Unit 504 suddenly shows up. She's puzzled when the man tells them not to make noise at night, even though no one has been home for days. The next day, Ju-young speaks with the apartment security guard. He explains that before disappearing, Ju-hee was determined to find the source of the noise and had been running around the building. The guard says it's difficult to identify the culprit since no one would admit to anything, and everyone is being extra cautious, because Ju-hee lives in Unit 604. Just as the guard is about to say more, a woman named Jong-in approaches and complains about a foul smell in the building. The three of them head down to the basement and discover piles of illegal trash that have accumulated over the past 10 years. The guard had locked the door to prevent more dumping, but people kept throwing garbage through the windows. The head of the Residents Association arrives and says the tenants refuse to use tax money to clean private property. The cleanup is estimated to cost tens of thousands of dollars. Later, Ju-young finds another note on her door, warning her not to cause trouble. She then discovers that Ju-hee had prepared a birthday gift for her, a hearing aid. After unlocking Ju-hee's phone, Ju-young listens to an audio recording of her sister sounding terrified as she describes the strange noises. After taking a shower, Ju-young hears Ju-hee's voice outside the door. Feeling suspicious, she asks if her sister forgot the apartment passcode. Slowly, she peeks through the door and realizes the person outside isn't Ju-hee. She suddenly feels intense pain from the strange noise, only to wake up and realize it was a dream. Ki-hoon comes by to check on the situation. Suddenly, Ju-hee's phone rings. The caller is a tax officer and the last person Ju-hee contacted. Ju-hee had called her asking if someone had died in the apartment. Apparently, the previous tenant of Unit 604 also heard strange noises and claimed to have seen a ghost in the building. A few days later, that woman was found dead by hanging. After reviewing CCTV footage, Detective Kim informs Ju-young that they never saw Ju-hee leave the apartment. The man from Unit 504 returns, again demanding they keep quiet at night. Ju-young notices a little boy standing alone near the basement. He seems to see something, but says nothing and walks away. Soon after, Jong-in approaches Ju-young, and they go to a park together. Jong-in knows Ju-young has been handing out flyers about her missing sister. She warns that the head of the Residents Association won't stay silent. Jong-in explains that a protest for a reconstruction resolution will take place in 2 days, but the proposal could fail if rumors spread about deaths or disappearances in the building. She admits she once argued with Ju-hee when Ju-hee was searching for the source of the noise. Before leaving, Jong-in warns Ju-young to be careful, because if the reconstruction proposal is rejected, someone could die. While in the bathroom, Ju-young suddenly hears Ju-hee's voice coming from the drainpipe, but she brushes it off as a hallucination. Ju-hee appears to come home, acting cold and distant before entering her room, only for Ju-young to realize it was another dream. Later, Ju-young looks terrified after seeing a woman behind the door, while the man from Unit 504 stands outside holding a knife, demanding silence. Suddenly, the man hears something strange. Terrified, he runs after seeing what appears to be a ghost and ends up falling from the building. The next day, the police are puzzled as to why a 4th-floor resident jumped from the 7th floor. Ju-young tells Detective Kim that the man had been threatening her. She also claims she heard Ju-hee's voice from the drainpipe, but the head of the Residents Association accuses her of lying. Ju-young visits Jong-in, who lives with her daughter. Jong-in shows her a photo of the former head of the Residents Association, who lived in Unit 704 a year ago. The woman was extremely sensitive to noise and frequently complained about the sound of Jong-in's daughter's footsteps. A man living below her eventually became furious because she kept banging on the ceiling and walls. He went upstairs and killed her. As she was dying, the woman kept knocking on the walls and floor, begging for help. The other residents ignored the sounds, assuming it was just noise. They agreed to stay silent, fearing it would affect construction approval. The murderer disappeared and was never found. After hearing this, Ju-young asks who lives above her in Unit 704. She says she hears strange noises every night, but Jong-in insists the unit is empty. Ju-young asks Ki-hoon to investigate the murder in Unit 704. When she returns home, she finds a blank piece of paper taped to her door. Terrified, she discovers her name written in blood on the back. The next day, Ju-young hands out flyers during the protest. The head of the Residents Association gives a speech, blaming the building's poor facilities for the death of the man from Unit 504. Ju-young becomes angry when people step on her flyers, feeling they don't care about Ju-hee's disappearance. The association head is surprised to learn that Ju-young is hearing impaired. After looking into the murder, Ki-hoon says the killer is likely still inside the apartment. Just like Ju-hee, CCTV never captured him leaving. Ju-young and Ki-hoon go down to the basement and split up after finding two separate paths. Ju-young finds a sketchbook filled with drawings of herself and Ju-hee, but the images suddenly vanish. Meanwhile, Ki-hoon finds the supposed murderer lying on the floor, long dead. Suddenly, he becomes possessed and attacks Ju-young. As she's in danger, the head of the Residents Association saves her. When Ju-young regains consciousness, she sees the same little boy from before. He remains silent when she speaks to him. It turns out he is the association head's son, Yan-woo, and he also has a hearing impairment. Ju-young mentions that there are only two children in the apartment, Yan-woo and Jong-in's daughter. The association head looks confused, revealing that Jong-in's daughter died years ago in an accident. Suddenly, Yan-woo removes Ju-young's hearing aid. Seeing blood coming from her ear, he says it's because she heard something she wasn't supposed to hear. Detective Kim calls to inform her that Ki-hoon's body has been found in the basement. Ju-young returns to the basement and finds Ju-hee's camcorder. She watches footage of her sister searching for the source of the strange noises. Ju-hee enters Unit 804, Jong-in's unit, and sees Jong-in talking to herself inside the room. It's revealed that Jong-in is the killer behind the murders. Ju-young suddenly hears Ju-hee calling her and finally finds her sister imprisoned in the basement. She quickly helps Ju-hee escape, but Jong-in blocks their path. Ju-young tells her sister to run while she distracts Jong-in. Jong-in declares she will eliminate anyone who tries to separate her from her daughter. Overwhelmed by the strange noise, Ju-young removes her hearing aid. Jong-in attacks her and reveals her tragic past. Because residents complained about her daughter Yina's running footsteps, Jong-in often let Yina play outside. One day, Yina was hit by a truck. Since then, Jong-in has blamed the residents for her daughter's death. Ju-young is shocked to see Ju-hee crawling on the ceiling before attacking Jong-in. A few days later, Ju-young meets a woman who has just moved into the unit above hers. Ju-young says she lives with her sister, but the woman sees no one else there, and the movie ends. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for the next movie recap.